Hello, and welcome to this short video on getting to grips with the Adviser Toolkit, the business development section within Carebox. I'm Tony Miles, Technical Director of My Care Consultant and joint founder of Carebox. And over the next 15 minutes, I'm going to take you through the main parts of the toolkit so that you can get a quick overview of its structure and contents. What you're currently looking at is the Carebox landing page, which includes an announcement of the launch of a new Adviser Toolkit. And to access this, you simply need to go to the main navigation bar, where my cursor currently is, and click on New Adviser Toolkit, which I've just done. Now, the first thing that you will see is that we have now identified and created a number of categories of user and created a pack of material or resources for each. And we've done this to help you navigate through the toolkit and more easily identify material of interest and hopefully relevance. Pack 1, or resource pack 1, where my cursor currently is, contains material for those advisors who don't currently give care advice to clients, but want to respond quite naturally, positively to any inquiries from clients or family members or perhaps their legal representatives. Pack 2, to the right where my cursor now is, contains material for those advisors who want to start giving care advice and need help in getting started, perhaps support for long-term care exams for those who have yet to qualify. Scrolling down, you'll get to Resource Pack 3, and this contains material for those advisors who are qualified, but only occasionally give care advice and really want to manage things like business risk or underpin profitability when doing so. And then finally, Resource Pack 4, and that contains material for those advisors who are actively giving care advice and want to develop their client services and grow their care-related business. And if we were to click on any one of those 4 categories of advisor, either the picture or the words underneath, it will take you through to each pack of material, which I'll demonstrate in just a minute. But before I do so, I want to scroll down to the bottom of this screen and come to a section entitled Further Resources for All Advisors. Now, most of the 6 areas you're now looking at are lifted from the previous version of the toolkit, but we've taken the opportunity to create a new area covering all aspects of vulnerability, which you can see in the middle of your screen, from regulatory commentary and good practice to specialist third-party material on subjects like decision-making, mental capacity, and scams. And it's our intention to make this one of the most comprehensive resources on vulnerability available to advisors and support staff. And I'll show you what we've done towards the end of this video. So now I want to take you back up and click on one of the 4 categories of advisor. In this case, resource pack number 1, for those advisors who don't currently give care advice, but want resources to be able to respond positively to any inquiries from clients or their family members. Now, the first thing you'll see at the top of your screen now, and it's replicated across all 4 packs, is a question. Are you in the right place? Followed in each pack by a more detailed description of the intended user. So here you will see the content has been designed for firms, advisors who don't give care advice, want to be helpful quite naturally, and respond to clients when they become aware that the client has a care need or a client's family member has a care need. Maybe looking simply to provide relevant information and useful bits and pieces. Or they may want to go further and establish a referral process, perhaps as part of an overall approach to vulnerable clients. Underneath this, you will see a section headed Videos. Again, this is replicated across all 4 packs, each containing new videos featuring both advisors who are already using CareBox as well as known industry figures. In this particular pack, you'll find a video on the left from an advisor who is an equity release specialist, but who isn't CF8 or equivalent qualified, talking about how he used both My Care Consultant and CareBox to good effect. On the right, you'll see a new video from Jacqueline Berry on the MCC, My Care Consultant, Care Advice Referral Service, something most advisors in this user category may want to consider using. Underneath the video sections, you'll find a section headed Key Guides. In particular, you'll see two new key guides, again, a version of which is replicated across all 4 packs. And essentially, they provide one guide in respect of how My Care Consultant can help advisors, and the other the same in respect of CareBox. Underneath this, you'll find relevant articles and other support material. For example, here you'll find an article written by My Care Consultant headed "Why Having the Care Conversation is So Important for Equity Release and Mortgage Advisors," as well as a sample email letter informing clients of a fully outsourced care service, in this case via My Care Consultant. Underneath this, you will find relevant material in respect of documents that advisors not giving care advice may find it useful to hand to their clients. So top of the list would be My Care Consultant's Consumer Guide to Getting the Care You Need, followed by what we think are 2 of the most comprehensive client checklists covering questions they might wish to ask when selecting a care provider, whether that be a domiciliary care provider or a residential care home or nursing home. Again, as previously mentioned, if you scroll down, you will arrive at the 6 resource areas applicable to all advisors, regardless of the extent to which they might offer care advice. Now, going back up to the top of the screen, rather than going through each particular resource pack, I've just clicked on the main navigation bar, and what I'll now do is click on resource pack number 2. And just to remind you, this is for those advisors who want to start giving care advice, so that really I can demonstrate similarities and differences. Okay, here we are in resource pack number 2. First, after the "Are you in the right area?" question, you'll again see a series of videos, including this time one coming soon from Tish Hanafan, Joint Chair of the Society of Later Life Advisors, in respect to their soon to be launched Later Life Lending Standard, as well as one from an advisor who's just passed CF8 and how he approached the exam and how CareBox helped in that respect. Again, when you scroll down, you'll come across the 2 new key guides I previously referred to, although in this pack, the content of each is slightly different to reflect the different advisor category we are now in. In the articles and support section, you'll find a focus on exams, care exams, and in this case, equity release exams, both signposting new free online training from Just Group, as well as underneath support material from the relevant professional bodies. Moving down, you'll find material you might want to consider putting on your website, including on the left a soon to be available brand new client-facing video entitled "What Everybody Needs to Know About Care." Now, at the time I'm recording this walkthrough, we're still in production of this video, but we're confident it will be available very soon. And when it is, we're also confident you'll want to consider linking or embedding it in your website so your clients and their family members can get an understanding of some of the essential knowledge they need when navigating the care system wherever they are in the UK, to make sure that everybody starts off facing the right direction. Underneath these resources are further material under the heading Other Practical Support, and here you'll find an extensive set of care-related questions advisors might consider adding to their standard fact find, as well as on the right-hand side, a sample A4 advert or poster entitled Why You Should Speak to a Regulated Financial Advisor When You Have a Care Need, something that everybody at My Care Consultant is passionate clients, consumers need to do. Once again, underneath this, you'll find material to hand to clients, as well as the further resources for all advisors. Now, in this particular walkthrough, excuse me, I don't really have time to go through resource pack 3 or 4, but I hope so far I've given you a good taster for the structure and types of material across all areas of the toolkit section in Carebox. What I do want to do is to end by having a quick look at the section on vulnerability that applies to all advisors. So I'm going to click on the word vulnerability in the center of your screen to take you through to this particular section. And here we are. Now, the first thing you'll see is a series of headings where my cursor is now, and this within which the material sits. And if you click on any one of these areas or headings, it will take you straight through to the appropriate section. So rather than do that, I'm just going to scroll down so that you can get a good overview. Now, the first thing you'll come across is commentary on vulnerability from the Financial Conduct Authority. Here you can access relevant speeches and, of course, recent consultation materials such as Guidance Consultation 2003, Guidance for Firms on the Fair Treatment of Vulnerable Customers. Underneath this section, both links to website and authoritative third-party material can be found on scams, some from the Centre of Excellence, the National Centre for Post-Qualifying Social Work at Bournemouth University. Underneath this, you'll find a copy of the My Care Consultant Guide to Drawing Up a Policy for Vulnerable Clients that seeks to take the FCA guidance and translate that into practical actions firms might consider taking. Underneath this, you'll find an access point to the already extremely popular online vulnerability training from Just Group. Underneath this, a range of material on mental capacity, ranging from the 301 pages of the Mental Capacity Act Code of Practice to the slightly more manageable 5-minute read on mental capacity assessment from Tim Farmer entitled Grandpa on a Skateboard. Underneath this, you'll find a range of material on decision making, including guides to advanced care planning, to advanced decisions to refuse treatment, as well as material and videos on decision making and next of kin. Underneath this, you'll find links to the OPG website and relevant material, including an MCC checklist on some of the common mistakes when taking out a lasting power of attorney, as well as an excellent article to demonstrate to clients why getting lasting powers of attorney in place before it's too late is so important. Finally, you'll find links to a series of articles and other material on abuse and coercion, topics that have sadly, it would seem, become more commonplace following the periods of lockdown due to the pandemic. Okay, let's move back up to the top now. Well, that's it. I'm now going to click back onto the new Adviser Toolkit so we can go back to the home page, or rather the landing page of the toolkit. So I hope you found this quick tour interesting and useful. I just want to end this video by saying we will continue to update and enlarge the content of both the toolkit and the other areas of Carebox. And if you have any suggestions in that respect, we'd be delighted to hear from you. In the meantime, thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.